Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Nets versus Grizzlies NBA matchup on Monday, March the 4th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pick Dawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people with big bankrolls looking for one-on-one style service. These products are not available on the website. They're only available by texting the number you see on the screen. So if you make big bets like I do, text that number. But let's get to this one. We got the Nets taking on the Grizzlies. The Nets 24-36, the Grizz 20-41. Neither of these teams, are setting the world on fire. Neither of these teams going to be playoff teams this year. But the Nets, 4-6 in their last 10, while the Grizz 2-8 in their last 10 games. The thing is that we saw the Nets just recently, over the weekend, play the Hawks on back-to-back games. And I'll tell you what, they beat up the Hawks. They would love to play the Hawks every single day, the way that they played against them. In fact, the Nets have now won 3 of their last 4 games. One of those wins was against this same Memphis Grizzlies team. The game was in Memphis. They beat them up 111-86. Earlier this season, we saw the Nets were one of the really good cover teams. That was early on. There was low expectations. They were playing hard. They were winning in spots and at least being competitive. Then they really fell off, and it's that lack of depth, and that's what we see against teams, with teams that are kind of growing and aren't very good teams. All the guys who start in the NBA are great players, and guys that can make an NBA roster are all really, really good players. I mean, it's the best of the best. But the thing is that the really good teams just have a little bit better depth than the other teams. And that really is the difference maker. How many times do you see like the Thunder, bench beat up on the other team's bench and extend, a small lead into a double-digit lead all the time, right? We've seen it all season long, and that's why the Thunder are an improved team. Of course, they're not playing in this game, but just using them as an example. When we look at the Grizzlies, they have lost 5 games in a row. They've covered in 2 of those games against the Clippers and against the Timberwolves, but in both those games, getting generous numbers of points, 9 against the Clips and 13.5 against the T-Wolves. They've lost back-to-back games. That was at home against the Portland Trailblazers. To be honest, they weren't even that close in those games, and they were favored in both of them. For the Grizzlies, the offense has been a real problem this season. Without Ja Morant in there, boy, they really can't do anything right. They're hitting just 76% from the free throw line, while that's also just kind of representative of their 29th best from beyond the arc, 30th best from the floor. This is really a bad shooting team. When we look at the Nets, their defense is actually pretty solid, just outside the top 10 in shooting percentage against. The Grizz, when Ja Morant's been out in the past, they've D'd it up, and they're doing exactly the same thing this year, but landing right in the middle of the pack. But the Nets can actually shoot the 3 pretty well, and while they don't hit their free throws all that well, they hit their 3s really well, and they also hit the boards pretty hard. I just like the way the Nets are playing coming into this game, and of course that they just beat the Grizzlies. I know there's a revenge factor, but that doesn't help you when the other team is just simply better than you. I'm going to take the Nets, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.